Hello, everybody. It's the Film Optimist. Today, I'm talking about the Breaking Dawn, the, the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part One. I'm sorry, I'm too giddy. Um, this is one of my favorite reviews that I've ever written. I want to see if it still stands up. This is my favorite of the books because Bella and Edward totally do it and stuff. Then Bella gets pregnant with a boulder belly and decides she's gonna keep the weird thing. Nice. Twilight is pro life. But don't worry, Christians, they get married first, and get this, they were both virgins. Abstinence and pro life? What will this film think of next? Well, they can't absolve themselves to their sins that easily. I mean, look, Jacob wants to have sex with Bella, but then no, he doesn't. He really wanted to fuck her unborn child. Then Edward, a member of the living dead, has sex with Bella, score, and that's both pedophilia and necrophilia. See my review of the first film. Whatever the case, this film ends on a high note for me. Don't worry, folks, we're coming to the climax soon in more ways than one. Thanks go to Kim Van Allis, my mom, for requesting this film. One of my friends said, please watch the Riff Tracks versions. I was like, Bianca, I gotta say it, man, I don't find Riff Tracks funny. I just don't, man. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch someone else's commentary on something else, even if I like that person. Like, I'm not gonna review their watch along. I guess. I just don't see the point of reviewing someone else's watch along. I just much rather review the film or whatever. It's like reviewing like a let's play or whatever. So yeah, this is Breaking Dawn Part One. As you can see, a lot happens. Um, a lot happens. A lot happens and a lot doesn't at the same time. So Harry Potter had just come out with Deathly Hallows, and they announced that they're separating the last book into two films. It made sense because the book is massive. I think it's still smaller than Order of the Phoenix though. But there's so much that's in that book, in that last novel, that you can justify making a part two. But also, let's get some more money, right? So everybody started following suit, starting with I think Twilight, and then Hunger Games did Mockingjay 1 and 2. And a lot of people were scratching their heads at that one, like why is Mockingjay Part 1 and 2? Breaking Dawn made sense for people that read the book. I mean, for not just for like the monetary reasons, but like getting money and stuff. But it made sense because Breaking Dawn follows the book, follows Jacob's point of view and Bella's point of view, and I really love that they switched. Stephanie Meyer switched perspectives. We don't really get a lot of that in the movie. We follow Jacob a little bit, but Taylor Lautner is so bad that it's not interesting at all. Jacob in the books is so fascinating. Him trying to take over as alpha of the pack and everything like that really comes off as awesome. In this, it doesn't. And then like we talked about the glaring issues of the first one. In Twilight in general is not made for to be viewed. It's meant to be read. When I first saw the movie, like I said, the first one, the glowing skin. In the books, when you're reading this, it sounds cooler, I guess, in a way, than it actually is. When you see it, you're like, that's not that's not a badass or cool. It's not beautiful. It's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know. That's the same thing. It's the same thing with the whole imprinting thing. Jacob and his tribe, they imprint with people. What that means is you see someone, it's like love at first sight. You're connected to them immediately. And they talk about this a little bit in the second one. And I think Bella questions him about it either in the second or third one. She's like, have you imprinted with me? And he's like, no. And he's just like, but I like you. And there is a connection there. And she's like, I'm with I'm with a vampire, dude. I'm about to get some vampire dick, dude. I don't need your super hot, figuratively and literally, wolf cock. I don't need that. I got this, right? I like the cold more. It's just I'm a weird goth chick, weird and quirky and weird and awkward. Um, and you're not so much awkward anymore. You've grown up and kind of too hot for me, just a little bit. He she gives birth at the end. She gets pregnant. I remember reading the first book and being like, you can easily. I think I made this comment before. I was like, you can make erotica of this, haha. And then they did that. 50 Shades of Grey started as Twilight erotica fan fiction, and then they just changed the names of the characters, and that became like a best-selling erotic novel somehow. And a and a film series, or was it just one? I think they made all the movies, and it's like, wait, what? Didn't do as good as the first film, I don't think. Um, but she gets pregnant. She's dying. She is fucking dying. She's going to die. She's dying. And Edward, who was like, I don't want to subject you to this life, even though she's like, I want you to turn me. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. He's like, you don't want this. She's like, yes, the fuck I do. It's annoying me that you're telling me what I don't want. And he's like, you don't understand. It sucks. It's not the best. So you don't want to be with me for the rest of your life? No, I do. He was so ready to like get married to her, live with her for the rest of her life, watch her get old and die, because to him, that's love, not subjecting her to immortality. But she's choosing. She wants to be with him for the rest of her life. She wants that. And he's like, you're so young, you don't understand. So weird. It's such a weird relationship. Such a weird relationship. And then gets pregnant. It's grotesque. The birthing scene is atrocious. She stands up and then her back just breaks, and it's kind of funny. Just how like it looks. The movie's so fucking funny. And they're doing it, the doing it scene, and his hand on the bed frame, and it breaks the bed frame. It's like, jeez. And okay, so he turns her. He's like, I gotta turn her. So he bites her and turns her, and she might be dead. Might be too late. He shouldn't have hesitated. He should have. They get the baby. The baby is half human, half vampire. They name the baby Renesmee. This is spoilers for part 2. Sorry, guys, but Jacob says that's another thing. There's this whole thing like if you have done something that you should not have done, impregnating a human. That thing inside of her is a monster and needs to be killed. Jesus, dude. And it's like, Jacob, you're so jealous, bro. So then Jacob takes over as alpha. Jacob goes there like, we're waging war. It's on. Wait, she gave birth. She might be dead. It's a wrap. Say less. He runs in there, and they bring the baby out. Alice, I think it's Alice that has the baby. Swings around. You see the baby's weird CGI face. Look out. And Jacob falls to his fucking knees, looking at this baby like, and the baby, because the baby looking at Jacob and looking in the eyes, and it's like, oh no, he imprinted with the baby. Don't worry. It's not gonna do anything with a baby. Are you kidding me? That's nuts. He's gonna wait till the baby's of age, right? Obviously. He'll be her protector. He'll be her best friend. It'll be like a big brother, growing up with her. And then, when she's of age, he's gonna confess feelings and shit. Fucking weird. So the whole time he was attracted to Bella and loved Bella, forcibly kissing Bella. That's what happens in Eclipse as well. He kisses her and she smacks the shit out of him. Either she punches him in the mouth and then like breaks her hand because he's like, you know. And so this means the whole time he wasn't attracted to her, but one of her eggs, basically. Because after this, he doesn't give a fuck about her. Like that way. He's like, he jokes with her. Hee hee, ha ha ha. Hi, mom. He's like, this is so fucking weird. Oh my god. It's pretty hilarious at the same time, though. Like, the audacity to write something like this. That's the Breaking Dawn Part 1. And we will be talking about Part 2 next week, the conclusion of the Twilight Saga. For now, we'll talk about the books eventually, whenever I get back to reading those. Because I really want to read them and see if I still like them. Oh, you guys have a good one. Take care.